The purpose of this video is to kind of get you guys an update on the streamlined nature of these COVID transition plans. If you are a subscriber to my page, welcome back. If not, make sure you subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment or a question. I always love hearing from you guys. And if you have something out there that you're particularly wondering about for your situation, I can try to give you as much general information as possible, but sometimes it does encourage me to make a video to try to answer that question for others. If you have a question out there, other people do, so please help me know kind of how to make sure my content is always helpful for you guys. So something confusing that's going on is how this word partial claim gets thrown into modification language when you're trying to transition off of your COVID forbearance plan. So going back a little bit, there are 5 government investors, right, that have these transition guidelines available for people who are on a COVID forbearance who are trying to transition off of them. The government investors are FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, and USDA. So if you went on a COVID forbearance plan, you have one of these investors, you likely have options available to you now that it's time to transition off of them. I strongly encourage you to watch my video based on each investor that's posted elsewhere on this page to understand better like what the different options per investor are. This video is for homeowners who have FHA and they're trying to work on the recovery modification. So the most recent kind of program that most FHA COVID homeowners are going through right now is the streamlined FHA recovery modification program. But what's confusing is that lenders are using the word partial claim when they're talking to you about the recovery modification, and it can be confusing, and I want to explain why they're doing that. I got a lot of questions about this and I'm like, that is really confusing what they're doing. So a partial claim refers to the ability for the lender to take the amount that you owe, right, the amount that you missed during your forbearance, and tack it onto the end of the loan. That's what a partial claim is. That's very similar to the Fannie Mae deferment and the Fannie Mae or the Freddie Mac deferral programs. They take the amount, they put it on the end of the loan. So one option when you are trying to transition from not paying on a forbearance to paying is to choose the FHA partial claim. I've spoken about this in a few other videos, but the partial claim will get you current on your original mortgage. They will take the amount you missed, they will make it due at the maturity date of your existing loan, and you will resume the regular payments that you were making prior to COVID. You have an option to request a modification, which might be able to lower your payment, lower your interest rate. It might extend the term of the loan out a little bit, but that is an option for an FHA homeowner. What's confusing is if you get approved for the FHA recovery modification, you might also receive documents that say partial claim on them, because the way that FHA has always modified loans was by using a partial claim. And that's what's confusing. The COVID forbearance plans right now are being presented as like pick partial claim or pick modification, which is accurate. They're trying to ask you, do you want to just get current on your existing mortgage, or do you want us to re-review everything and try to write you a new loan with a lower payment, a lower interest rate, and extended term? So you are picking between those two. But when you get approved for the recovery modification, they will give you maybe a new interest rate, an extended term, a lower payment, but those arrears will likely get added to your overall principal balance via the tool of a partial claim. So you can expect, if you're approved for a modification, to be signing a partial claim documents in conjunction with these loan modification documents. And so that's what is confusing people. People are confused, and rightly so. I don't know why they make it so hard, but they're confused because they're like, I want a modification, and then they get their modification documents, everything looks good, and then they see this partial claim language in their modification documents, and they're like, wait, I want to make sure this is a modification, not a partial claim. And so read them carefully, consult with an attorney, but just know that FHA does use the partial claim as part of a modification process. So you might pick a partial claim over here, you'll sign partial claim documents, and you'll just be back current on your regular mortgage with your regular interest rate, regular term, regular payment. Or you might pick a modification. They might give you a modification, but how they're handling the arrears within the modification is also probably going to be a partial claim. Good luck. If you have questions about this, let me know. I will try to clarify as best I can. Good luck.